Actually, welcome to my YouTube channel, and my name is Moses, and today I want us to talk about the skills that you can be able to use to make money online in 2023. But before we jump into the video, I want to talk more about myself. I'm Moses and I'm a freelancer. I've spent around 5 years on the internet looking for ways that I can be able to make money. Some have succeeded, others have been a big fail. So that's why I'm here today to discuss with you guys one of the best skills that you can be able to use to make money online in this fast growing internet world. So actually skills are the most important investment a person can be able to do. You can make money using this tool right here. You can make unlimited money using this tool, and that's why I'm here to tell you the things that you need to start making money online. So without wasting a lot of time, let's jump into the video. So guys, our skill number one is programming. Programming. If you're new to this term, I'm going to explain it in the shortest way possible. Programming is an art. It's an art that sees ideas transformed into reality. For example, I want to build an app that does calculations. That is an idea. So if I want to put this idea into reality, I go ahead and I create an app that people will be like entering in some numbers, and then it will do the calculations. So programming is an art that turns ideas into innovations, and you can really succeed doing this skill. Number one profit is that you do not need to go to school. You do not. Actually, the best programmers are the programmers that learned this art by their own. So I really like this skill because as I was starting out, I was young. I was around 17 years old. I started learning JavaScript. I started learning HTML, CSS, jQuery. Actually, there was a lot of things to learn, but because I'm here, I want to show you step by step on how you can learn this programming in the following order, so that you can maximize the process of learning and you can get to somewhere in the shortest time possible. Because actually we can agree that learning something without knowing the correct path is actually wastes a lot of time, and maybe sometimes takes away all of the motivation. So worry not, because I'm here and I'm going to show you this structure from step 1 up to the last one. So you have decided that you want to learn programming, right? Yes. So after deciding, you have to narrow down a little bit. We do not want to do general things. We want to narrow down a little bit. So I am Moses, and I've decided that actually programming is what I want to learn, and I want to turn ideas into reality, and in the process I will start making money, because that's our end goal. So I come and say, I do see websites, I do see apps. So these programming is divided into two: mobile and web. So if you want to measure into mobile, you want to build apps, you want to build games for applications, then you can measure into apps. But if you want to be that guy who, hey, I need a website developed, and you go ahead and start the layout and the functions, and boom, the website is done, then you measure into web development. So between web development and mobile development, it will be your passion. Just weigh down and write down things that you need to be done. If you are fancy at websites and you want to build the next level websites, then you can measure into web development. If you are fancy at mobile app games, Facebook app, and you want to build the next generation app, then measure into app development. So After choosing your own path, then we'll go down and now start by the technologies that you need to learn. So that's why I'm here, and I will go through first web, then second application. Application is not that complicated, but in web development we have a lot of technologies that you need to learn. So without saying much, let's start with web development. So as a web developer, you must know that websites are like a baby. So first of all, when the baby is born, the baby literally has a skeleton and a skin. So you need to understand the hypertext markup language, which is HTML. So this HTML is the foundation of each and every website that has ever existed in the online. So HTML is a simple, actually it's a markup language, not even a programming language. So it's very simple. You can take around 2 days to master HTML, 2 to 7 days, actually depending on your dedication. If you put in 1 hour a day, then it will take you a week. But if you put in maybe 6 to 8 hours a day, 2 to 4 hours a day, then actually results will vary according to the dedication of time that you put into the process. So we have said you start by HTML. That's the markup language. It is the skeleton of websites. Then after giving this baby a skeleton, we need to go to the skin and color. So that's where CSS comes in. CSS is there to add, actually it's not a functional language, it's just maybe a beauty language. We just add, for example, we have a skeleton, now we need to add a brown skin or a dark skin or something like that. So you see, CSS is just a coloring language. Okay, so CSS, it has libraries. You can use Tailwind, you can use Tailwind or Bootstrap, but my advice is that you go with Tailwind. But first of all, learn CSS, pure CSS, before jumping into a library. Yep. So HTML, skeleton, then CSS, giving the skeleton the color and the skin, and we have just decided that we'll give the skin and we'll be using Bootstrap or Tailwind. So these libraries are just put together to simplify the process of coding. Like in pure CSS, you will be adding classes to the HTML, and then in the style tag, you will be referencing the style you added in the HTML, then giving the proper properties. But using these these libraries for CSS, you'll just be adding everything in that line of HTML. So no need to come down here and reference some class you added to the HTML. No need for that. So that's why libraries make work easier, you see. But first of all, before using libraries, go ahead and use the original language for the first time. Learn the pure language, then measure into the libraries. So HTML, CSS, skeleton, and skin. After giving out the baby the skeleton and the black or the white skin, then now what we need to do is give this baby the functionality of moving parts, maybe smiling, laughing, speaking. So that's where JavaScript, the programming or scripting language, as many people argue. Actually, I wanna write down a comment down there if you're a programmer, maybe if you think JavaScript is a programming or a scripting language. But according to me, JavaScript is a programming language, and it's a very, very powerful tool in the development fraternity. So JavaScript will add functions like a baby can move, a baby can react to a lot of heat, a baby can smile, a baby can laugh and cry. So this is what JavaScript is about. When a user in your website is clicking on that sign up button, it will load and it will give the results. That is the functionality part of your websites, and that all is catered by JavaScript. So JavaScript is it will take you a lot of time to learn. No one will go ahead and no one should actually cheat you guys that you learn JavaScript in a day or in a month. JavaScript is a continuous learning process. You can see results after 1 month, but you cannot master this whole language in 1 month. I've been learning JavaScript for the last 3 years. I've been using it, and there are some things that I still do not even know at this moment. So that's why I'm saying that JavaScript, you can see the results from the first month, but you cannot finish mastering JavaScript, because there will be a lot of libraries, there will be a lot of frameworks to come out and to experience, and there will be always a new thing in this developmental world. And one tip to succeed as a programmer is that you cannot know everything. You just need to put up with the market and research. Be that quick on researching, finding out something and something. So you can't master everything in a language, but you need to know the basics and the fundamentals. That's what I'm telling you guys. Learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript will give the website functionality, and then after in JavaScript now we can see a lot of languages coming from these JavaScript. Actually, not languages, but frameworks and libraries. We see things like Vue.js, we see things like React, we have Next, we have Node. Actually, there's a lot of languages. That's why I'm saying that take a lot of your time learning this language, and then you can be good actually in a lot of things. So in web development, we have front-end part. We have talked about it, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then we have the back-end part. So what I like about JavaScript is that if you learn and master this JavaScript, you can just be a front-end and a back-end developer. So that's a full stack developer. Why? Because JavaScript has frameworks or libraries that you can be able to use for backend development. We have Node.js. JavaScript is a powerful language. When you master it, you can be good at front end and back end. So that's one of the best things about JavaScript. So in the back end development, you need to learn some Python. Actually, yes. Actually, to put up with the market, because right now in the market Python is the best. So Python is one of the best languages, and to learn it is very easy. Yep, actually very easy to learn. You can actually, even the syntax is like English, so very easy, and it has a lot of keywords in English, you can see. So you need to go and start learning Python, but you can follow my orders. I've said start by HTML, CSS, JavaScript, finish front end first. Then now let's come to the backend side. To this backend side, I want us to start by Python. Actually, we'll learn Python and we'll only use Python. So in Python, we have a lot of tutorials, guys, online. We have big YouTubers such as Brocode. He gives a very good programming languages tutorials like Python. He has a 12-hour course Python. It actually teaches you from all these data types, from the booleans, from the if else, from the objects and dictionaries and tuples. Actually, it has a lot of things that you can be able to learn from this Python. And if you master these fundamentals of Python, then you can not be limited to anything that you can be able to build. You see, if you master the fundamentals of a language, you will be unlimited of what you can build. You can build a lot of things because you have the fundamentals. Now you'll have to use your brain and develop the next generational app or software that the people will always remember you for. So guys, Python, pick a course at YouTube. Brocode, he has a nice channel and a nice Python tutorial, 12 hours tutorials. You can use that and you can be able to benefit from it a lot. So in Python, master Python, it will take around 1 month. Then after this first 1 month, you go ahead and learn these libraries or frameworks, actually frameworks for Python. We have Django and Flask. Actually, I've used Flask and I'm very versatile with it, so I do recommend that you go ahead and use Flask. It's a lightweight compared to Django. You go ahead and use Flask for this Python development. So using this Flask and JavaScript and HTML and CSS, then you can be able to build a whole software that a person can come to it, sign up, do shopping, actually everything. So that is front end and backend, and you have seen that you can use these technologies to go through backend and frontend and develop a full website. So let's go to the app development. App development, as I said, it is so easy. So what you need is that you need to learn, no need even to learn Java for these days, because I said JavaScript is a very powerful programming language. In this powerful, we have a React Native. If you have learned the React JS for web development and you now specialize in React Native, then you can be able to develop an app using this React Native only. React Native only, and you can be able to develop an app that people will be able to use. So no need to go and learn the Java that is so complex, and the learning capability of Java, it requires a lot of time, and it's not that easy to be learned, you see. So JavaScript, React Native, you can build an application out of it. But other than that, are there any options that you can be able to use? Yeah. So next, you can be able to use Kotlin. We have Kotlin. Kotlin, you can be able to use it to build applications using Android Studio. So it's just a language. I've never used it, but I've interacted with it. So you can use Kotlin for app development. You can use Swift for iOS development to build the apps that are powered by the iOS, the Apple iOS software. So that was all about it for application development and the website development, and programming is a best skill that you can be able to utilize in the 2023 and in the near future to make money online. And no one should ever discriminate that AI will replace programmers. Actually, nothing like that. So programming is still the best and a creative skill that one can learn for free online, and no need to have a degree. I've seen a lot of people work at big companies such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and they do not have degrees. So why? What are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe to this channel, comment down below. Actually, is JavaScript a scripting or a programming language? I want to see your opinions like there at the bottom of the video. And go ahead. If you want to find more resources on how to start this programming, comment down below and I'll share the links. So guys, I will see you on my next videos. Bye.